welcome back to the channel. Today I have something special to show you, something I haven't done in probably almost 7 years. Before my first daughter was born, I decided to go full amp modeler, and I sold I think I had a Fender Deluxe reissue with an awesome Eminence speaker in it, and I also had a pedal board. So I sold all that and went Kemper head and the Kemper remote. So this is the first time in almost 7 years that I have an analog rig. So I got a pedal board here, and in the closet I have a 2-rock traditional clean 100 watt head and a PRS JMod cab. Now don't worry, I'm not going fully analog. I still love my amp modelers, and the purpose is to use them for recording and creating presets and captures for all of you. But I felt like it was kind of necessary to have a little mini board like this, mainly because I found that through this process of creating a website and doing all these captures that I wanted to make sure things were sounding accurate to the actual amps that I was capturing. So this is obviously a John Mayer based mini board. Okay, and starting right here, we have the Polytune Mini, then going to Keeley Katana, the mini version, which I think sounds great. And then we have a Marshall Bluesbreaker reissue and a Nordvang Gravity with the Klon and the TS10, Way Huge Octopus Mark III, and we have this guy, the Chrono Delay. So call it a small but mighty pedal board. It does a lot. It has a lot of gain levels to it. It has all the delay type sounds that I would want. Stack everything. It's really cool. I can always have a bigger board if I need it, but purpose is to use these to test out amps when I'm capturing them, bake these things into the captures that I offer to all of you. And also for the Fractal users, I want to make sure that the presets that I'm making and tone matches are reacting well to pedals. So I'm going to take you through a demo on how I'm using this pedal board, all the settings, and how I'm stacking them for a bunch of specific John Mayer type of sounds. So here we go. All right, so let's go and demo this new board. Right now we're going my Mike Lowell Heirloom SX into the board, out into my 2-rock traditional clean 100 watt head. That does have the PRS JMod 100 cab sitting underneath it, but we're bypassing that, going into my aux box, which is right behind me, and that is running a 2-rock like 2x12 style cab. Plenty of room level to give you some room ambience. All right, so signal chain, tuner, Polytune Mini, Keeley Katana. We got the Marshall Bluesbreaker reissue, the Nordvang Gravity. We got the Way Huge Octopus, I think it's the Mark III, the mini version, and then the Providence Chrono Delay. Let's go ahead and start with a little bit of the amp tone. All right, so there's the clean tone. Something that I've kind of deciphered from John's tone is that it's not like 100% crystal clean, like especially that Continuum era. There was like some slight little grit to it, and maybe he was playing with more of the Marshall Bluesbreaker on. I don't know, but there's just like something going on there. But I digress. Let's go to the Keeley Katana. Now I would usually kick this on for adding to like some stack drives, or maybe if I'm playing something more like Vultures. So let's go ahead and give that a try. There's a little bit of a hiss to this one. All right, so that is the katana. Let's go ahead, kick that on with the Way Huge Octopus set to subtle slapback. So now you get the full effect. And the octopus is really, really subtle, no repeats. It's just meant to kind of give you a back wall type of effect. So here is kind of what it sounds like. I think in a live setting, it really adds some really nice ambience, especially in a dead room. Let's go ahead and go to the blues breaker, which is everything essentially like right in between 2 and 3 o'clock. Okay, so this is something like for maybe gravity. And it does work best if you roll the tone knob down just a little bit on the guitar. So you can hear that there's not a lot of gain to this pedal, especially with the gain set to almost 3 o'clock. It's just kind of meant to liven your single coil pickups up a little bit, which I think is really cool. Even for something like the Out of My Mind solo, or sorry, the intro. Let's kick on the octopus. Sounds really great. Let's move on. Let's go to the Klon side of the Nordvang Gravity, set to John's settings roughly. So gain right around like 10 to 11 o'clock. The treble is going to be around 1 o'clock. Output to taste, but I have it around 10 o'clock. So this is something for like more modern day gravity type of tone, or maybe like a light solo type of thing. And with the octopus, it sounds really great. And let's move on to the TS10 side of the Gravity. Everything is roughly like 1 o'clock-ish. Something for maybe like Who Did You Think I Was, or even the Gravity solo would work. So let's go ahead and play a little bit. All right, let's start stacking some stuff. Let's go ahead and stack the Blues Breaker. So something I like about this, let's go ahead and turn this off. Something I like about this combination is it works super well with the fourth position. You get that string definition. And then let's compare that to the Klon side. So this is the TS10 first, then the Klon side of the Nordvang. A little bit more creamy, I guess. That's kind of more his approach these days, at least in my opinion. I prefer right now the Blues Breaker with the TS10 side. Let's go ahead and kick on the Providence. So here's what it sounds like by itself. These are like roughly John settings. On his pedal board, you can see it's kind of marked out, but it's hard to say because he does have, like, it does have presets. It has two different ones, A and B, so it's hard to know which one he was on, but that's kind of what it's set for. The echo hardness is really, really cool because it can mess with the trails, and you can get kind of like an analog thing or a tape thing going on. Never gets in the way. So here's what I mean by that. Let's go TS10 side, Blues Breaker. Even with the Keeley Katana on, let's go ahead, Klon. All right, so kind of that changing solo thing when you stack like the TS10 Klon and the Katana and the Providence sounds really, really good. Now, if you do something like the Octopus on with the Nordvang and both sides, you get something more like this. So just some different flavors going on. So overall, that's the board. Really, really simple. The purpose of it is mainly to use when I'm capturing amps for various amp modelers, capturing the pedals themselves, but something simple to where I can unplug, plug it into like the capture outs of those units and not waste any time. But also it's to test things out and make sure captures are responding to the pedals the way the real amp does. That's kind of the go-to. Now, this is my first pedal board in 6 years, so I'm sure it will be changing a little bit. I already have Qtron on the way. Obviously, there's not going to be any room for it, but just something fun to mess around with. So, hope you like it. Obviously, this is just my version of a John Mayer style mini board. You don't need to have all this stuff. You can go super simple or even less expensive than this. This is just kind of what I preferred. So hope you like it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And we'll see you later.